Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to United TV. Tonight, we've got the holy trinity of United TV on display. We've got myself, we've got G-Wolf and Ian. So, big up, guys. Hope you're well.
Evening. All good, mate.
Good. Tonight, we'll be talking about a breaking story, which is a potential move for Valverde, who's the subject of a bit of a dressing room revolt at Real Madrid. And the players want him out. The club are furious with him. So we'll talk about that one. Surprise name in the media today. We've also got discussions around a potential midfield rebuild, or a certain midfield rebuild, actually. And also we'll discuss thoughts on an extra forward that we might want to bring in as well, because that's been a position that's been talked about. Someone to come in for Sesko and deputise for him. And really, we haven't talked about that much on the channel, so I thought it'd be a nice change to the usual midfield chat we've been seeing. So big shouts out to everyone that's in the chat already. I can see all the legends there already. We've got Jim, we've got Rob, Boys United, Coyote as always, Matty Bassett. Hope you're well, Matty. We've got Rob Taff, we've got Neil Driscoll, Bilal.
Big up.
So many in there as well that I've not mentioned. So my apologies if I have. Danny, Berber, etc. Good to see you all. But just a reminder, if you haven't already, please remember to hit the like button.
Old guy, Lucky Singh, still in there, I see.
Lucky Singh as well.
United. Danny's in here, Berber.
They're all here. They're all here tonight. But we'll crack on with the first slide here. So the first one is something I was surprised and not surprised to see, to be honest. We were linked with Tchouaméni, obviously. There's two sides to this story. There's a bit of a split in the Real Madrid camp. It seems like the Real Madrid dressing room are firmly behind Tchouaméni in this one. There's been a bit of a scuffle between the pair, and a lot of the players in the Real Madrid dressing room are supposedly wanting Valverde to be moved out by the club, and the club are quite livid with his behaviour as well. Both players have been fined, but Valverde seems to be the one that's taking the brunt. So, thoughts on this one? This is reported by Jeremy Cross in the Mirror. Supposedly, Manchester United might make a strike on this player.
Me. Just like what people said in the chat, like, if we're getting we've been linked with Tchouaméni, getting linked with Valverde by the looks of it. Something tells me we're not going to sign any of them, but if it happens, it happens. I would prefer Tchouaméni over Valverde, only because I think he's a lot younger, and also he's a lot better footballer.
I don't know about that.
Don't get me wrong. I do like Valverde. I just think Tchouaméni is just a better footballer than Valverde.
I don't know. I don't know about a lot better footballer. They are definitely different footballers. I agree with you on that. Definitely different. I think Valverde sounds like he's been a bit hard done by. He was the one who got rushed to hospital with his head, not Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni played in El Clasico. So how in trouble can he possibly be?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You've got to look at it. It's a lot of I think it's a lot of waffle from Real Madrid. Feel sorry for us. Feel sorry for us. Buy this player. We don't want him anymore. Also, isn't Jose Mourinho rumoured to be coming in to take over? Tchouaméni's 6'4". He's under 6 foot. That's the Jose out in. That's simple.
Do you think it's a bit of
it's him? Go on, Jules.
2-2 situation as well, with obviously Valverde couldn't play the El Clasico because he's been hospitalised, or he's been taken to hospital. He's had a concussion.
Yeah.
He couldn't play. Is it the papers making up this story, or do you think there's any legitimacy to it?
I think there's some legitimacy in the argument, but I don't know how much legitimacy is in how badly he was rushed to hospital, how badly is brain trauma, and not just concussion from banging your head. And if then it was said that both players had been suspended without pay, right? But then Valverde's playing 2 days later. So what, he was suspended for the rest of that day without pay? Or like a week, or no time at all? So it kind of contradicts itself. And I think that club's just an absolute walking joke at the moment. So I don't know. I agree with Wolf. I don't think we'll sign either. really don't mind between the two, but I actually think Valverde's the better footballer.
Yeah, but Valverde's getting on the nearer side of 30, whereas
No, he isn't.
I think you'll find he is. He's what, 28, 29?
I'd be
I think
incredibly
he's
surprised
27.
if he was. Yeah, I think he's 26, 27.
I think you find he's a little bit older than that.
But I mean, I think Jules is alluding to. It's neither here nor there, because I don't know if there's any of us here with half a brain cell that think we're signing either.
Big up, Cake. Is this one that would excite you, Cake?
Cake?
Yeah. Well, he did say, yeah, right, that as much as Valverde is a very experienced player, he's going to be very expensive.
Exactly. But in the chat quickly before we do something, we talk about something actually sensible. Who's a better player, Tchouaméni or Valverde? Let's see it quick. Let's see what people have got to say. What are you going for, Jules? Come on, you've got to pick one.
If
We
I had
know
to
what
pick
Wolf's
one,
going for.
yeah, I think forget which one fits in our system. I'm a big fan of Valverde. I think he's just phenomenal athlete.
He's elite.
But I mean, some of his composure when he gets into the box is fantastic as well for a midfielder.
Yeah.
He's absolutely stone cold.
Valverde's look like he's storming this, Wolf. I'm sorry to tell you, pal.
I'm going Tchouaméni. Simple as.
Dabisis says, "Make it happen. Best in class." This is best in class, isn't it? This one.
Elite. That it would be best in class. Yeah, that would be.
Tick the box.
Oh, I'll tell you what. That just walks all over the Scouser signing Verts, and we'd pay less. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think it'll happen, but I would love it.
Yeah, we've got a shout for Tchouaméni there. It does look like there's the majority of the chat. I think in Valverde is a.
I was going to say you should put a vote on. I think a vote is needed.
Yeah, if Rich is in the chat, he might be able to do that.
He would like confirmation of losing this
in the software. Big up, Niall. Hope you're well.
Evening, Niall.
Rich put a comment up as well.
Rich is
how
on
much
it.
do we think it would cost? Which is a good question.
Oh, the same sort of money as Anderson. But it would depend on a number of things. What Wolf was saying about his age, I think we're between the three of us. I think we're there. It's how long his contract's left and how badly Real Madrid want out. So a lot of those things count. And I think someone said in our chat, I think it was Cody earlier, about I think they're even having an election this year, which has been called early. So you know what's going to happen. I mean, with nearly 5 million people that want Mbappe there. So anything could happen at that club. So I don't know. I think it would cost us near 100 million though, with add-ons. Maybe not all up front, obviously, but yeah, it'd be a big signing. It'd be a huge signing. That's a statement as well, though. If we came out tomorrow, Man United signing that, the whole world goes, huh? I'm telling you now.
One thing that does seem to happen, especially when a manager comes in at Real Madrid, there's always one statement exit, I think.
Yes.
There's one player, and you think 6 months ago, you couldn't, or even 2 months ago, you could never have envisaged that player leaving Real Madrid, and all of a sudden they're gone.
Yeah.
And it's like the new manager laying down the law. And if Mourinho comes in, I think, like you said, he prefers like strong,
big tall boys,
physical, tall players. He, Tchouaméni ticks those boxes
massively.
Valverde,
I'm not sure, but was Jose the manager who brought him from Monaco? I think he might have done. I might be wrong with that when he originally came, but not sure.
Yeah,
but I think the point you're making stands, and they obviously every year when they're doing a rebuild, they have to sell someone. So,
Yali Mamin, welcome to the chat, Yali. He's got a comment saying, "Do we really want Valverde, given that he's proving to be unpopular at the minute in the Real Madrid dressing room? So there's some issues there."
Isn't Mbappe unpopular? Everyone. I mean, who's actually saying that though? Like I think Rich quite often says, we don't actually know. We're just trying to piece things together, like you said from reports, Jules. But I'm not sure. I mean, if you're the one going to hospital with concussion, do you sound like the aggressor in that?
No.
With
Well,
his
so-
words, yeah. I think with his words, yeah. But then, like, you know,
Depends
if
what
you
he said. If
say
he
that,
said something, yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you're getting at.
as I
Or
said,
like a
like,
Luis
say that
Suarez type thing.
if me and you start having an argument right here, right now, and I was in your face constantly, tell you
Yeah,
what,
I'll get
the
you.
person, he's the
words.
aggressor, but he's the other player's just defending himself the way that I'm
Oh.
seeing it.
Well, also, we don't quite know what happened. Apparently, there was the first altercation was about a week previous to that, wasn't it? It was pushing and shoving on the field. But guys, I'll cast you back to them Balotelli and what's his name? And what's their Italian manager they had? Forgot already. Mancini fighting, and who was the other player fighting? You know, it happens. It does happen. I'm sure a couple of our players have near come to blows, especially when it was the Keno days. I'm sure. So I don't know. It's 6 of one and half a dozen of another, isn't it?
Yeah, it could be a storm in a teacup.
Yeah.
I mean,
Exactly.
you know, apparently, I think one of the players was going in hard on the other in training, and that's what kind of
Yeah, but
made it.
it was something to do with Valverde said the game beforehand. He said after the game that something about the players, and he pointed out Chouameni. He pointed at Chouameni, and Chouameni didn't like the comment when that Valverde said live on TV. So then,
was he like passing the blame to him? Was he
so,
like after the game sort of thing?
Yeah, he was sort of blaming Chouameni. So then, basically, Chouameni sort of went, "Well, okay, then. Well, see how you like this tackling then."
Yeah.
And he went started going in hard on, especially on Valverde.
Oh, we'll all remember this. Rob Taff with do you remember the John Hartson on Berkovic? Yes, look at this. That
I don't
that's up there
remember
with Cantona. It's up there with Cantona. I guarantee you, if you googled or YouTubed top 5 people kicked in the Premier League, Cantona's in there. That's in there. I mean, it's head height, and Hartson's foot just cleans Berkovic out. Like, yeah,
They were on the same team, weren't they?
yeah.
John Hudson and Niall Berkovic.
They were on the same team on that day.
I'll always
on that one.
I'll always remember the Newcastle fight between Dyer and Boya.
Oh yeah, that was brilliant. That was full on handbags. I was screaming. I don't like Kieran Dyer, but I was screaming, "Bang him out!" Lee Bowie, I must be up there in my top 5 most hated Premier League players of my time. I just would have loved to crunched him. I just screaming, "Keno, please, just give him a
Boya
hard
went flying at him on the halfway line.
Proper handbags. I remember that.
Literally.
In terms of like a reconciliation, do you think there's any way back for Valverde and Tchouaméni? Do you think they could both end up staying there?
They need to sit down. They need to sit down in the room and literally talk it out and both say, look, both say sorry, hug it out, kiss each other, do whatever, and literally move on from the situation.
Yeah.
It's just something that the media has made, I think, with a proper conversation. Yeah, exactly. Like, literally, it's handbags are, as you said, handbags are glad rags, and all they have to do is just have a sit down, talk it out, make up, and then
I think like Jules alluded to just now as well, a lot to do with depends what Real Madrid want, what happens with the new manager and what the new manager wants. And if the new manager wants one of them or both of them or none of them, then they're gone or they're staying. So I think it's like I said, 6 of one, half a dozen another. Not a lot in it. Rich did say he was going to do a poll, but I haven't seen it yet.
You would like to think. I mean, they've both been sanctioned by the club. Apparently, was the fine? It was around 400,000 euros or something like that.
Yeah,
which is
at least a daily pay.
Yeah.
But then even Valverde came out, didn't he? He put out a statement saying, "Look, the way that I've behaved and all that lot, and I'm sorry for the way that I behaved." And and then apparently Chouameni sort of put out a comment a little bit later after Valverde put his statement out.
I just think there's something a little bit dodgy because you guys we've been around though. We remember the days of Sky Sports midnight camping outside Old Trafford, trying to take pictures in the window to see what we were doing. If something happened like that at our training ground and he was rushed to hospital, how many news reporters would be there before the ambulance?
Oh yeah, 100%.
And I haven't seen
Every single
one
one of them.
picture on Twitter or nothing of his bruised up noggin. Not one. And I'm telling you now, you can't sneeze in public if you're that famous in that, playing for a club like that in that town without someone taking a picture of it.
Mhm.
So doesn't that smell a little bit like, I think it was but like you said, handbags at dawn, 6 of 1, half a dozen.
But the only thing is,
Not much.
people are saying that he punched him. Valverde even said, "Look, he didn't punch me at all. He
Shoved him
pushed,
and he hit
he
his head.
shoved him, and he went back and just hit his head on the
Well,
ground."
anybody with a wife here or likes true crime would know. I've seen many a true crime, like showing you what happened, and that was
Yep.
just to push them and someone banged their head.
Exactly.
So it can be incredibly serious. I mean, if it really happened and they don't take it seriously, they make a joke of themselves.
Yeah.
Long may it happen. Frankly, they took it out of a lot of football teams for a long time. So they could do with taking down a few pegs.
Exactly.
I think at the end of the day as well, like these players, they're both pushing probably 100 million. I don't think Real Madrid are gonna say, "Oh, you've had a bit of a falling out in the training ground, right? One of you go. Oh, by the way, our negotiation is shot because you're basically you've told everyone that we have to get rid of you." I'm not sure I see it.
No. As well, it's not good PR, Jules. I think you've nailed it there. It's horrible PR. If you're trying to sell someone, you don't tell the world they're toxic little. Yeah. Oh, he's a brilliant footballer, but he beats up his teammates every day. Do you know what? We'll call you. One of those. Do you know, talking about that, I see a fantastic stat today about players who proved their doubters right. And it was Liam Delap, who has more bookings for Chelsea this season than goals. Sorry, I just have to laugh. I didn't want him in the first place.
I didn't want him either, but I'm just so glad that we didn't go for him. And look
Absolutely.
where Chelsea are now.
There's a fabulous bit about Garnacho in there as well. Lots of him crying in a Chelsea shirt, which is just hilarious.
Oh,
I know.
dudums.
I use it as a wake-up thing. It just cheers my day.
Just seeing, do you know what? Just hearing nothing about Garnacho for Man United at all, it just makes my day anyway.
Yeah. We got one over on them.
We needed Garnacho in the changing room with Tchouaméni, didn't we, really?
It wouldn't have been a bag then. He'd have thrown him out of a window. Be like a toothpick. He'd javelin him.
But going on from the Valverde story, and maybe we might come back to it as well, but midfield rebuild. So Baleba continues to be the number one target. That's being pushed out regularly. Fabrizio Romano, Sky, etc. I've been reading a bit about from the Brighton perspective about how he's doing these last few weeks. I've been going in the Brighton forums, and a lot of the fans are praising his recent performances. I think he's been in the midfield with James Milner, and I think that's worked quite well. And they're happy now that his form is picking up.
Yeah.
Also, Baleba himself came out with a comment, or actually it was a short interview after the match that he was in, and he said he's happy with his form right now. He's happy that he's got his first team place back, and he's helping the team push for European football. And then we'll see what happens next. So, bit of a cryptic. It could be something and nothing, but I think with all the links that we've had with Baleba, we've got the negotiations already sorted between us and the player. I think it just seems like a matter of time, this one for me. I don't know what your thoughts are on that.
Well, the last season, like we had everything in place except for the transfer fee.
Yeah.
Right, and that contract is still there for this season. So all United have to do with this player is just agree on a transfer fee. So
absolutely,
everything else has already got sorted from last time. So, tell you the truth, if we do get him, Okay, great. Do I think he should be our primary target? No. I think he should be a second or third choice midfielder. I just want to see a better player, a better player to be linked with as our primary, and it doesn't really feel like the other two that we've been the other two, especially Mateus Fernandez,
Yes,
is
Deb.
not. That's not getting me excited either.
Well, I'll say about BALEBA. He don't just because he's first doesn't mean he has to be the prime target. It just means it's the first deal we do. I think he'd be a fantastic signing. He's everything we all wanted last year. He had a dip in form. You know, some players are good one year and bad another. He's not been awful, and I think Bilal said something on the call-in show the other night that made complete sense about it. Is Brighton have not really been great. They've been in and out. They've had a lot of injuries. Jules just alluded to they've had rotation in the midfield, and recently it's sort of got back to a bit of their more balanced team. And anyone looks better with that. Kobe looks terrible. If we played him next to Mount all season, do you think he'd be good? No. So sometimes it's your environment. Sometimes the situation could have rocked him a little bit. He thought he might miss out on a move, and it was a big move. You know, in Boomu last window, didn't matter who wanted him. All he wanted was us. And for all we know, that's BALEBA. I think he's been professional, like Jules said then. He's cut him out. He's knuckled down. He's got on with it. He's won his place back. The thing I agree with you 100%, Wolf, is the price. Nowhere near prices that were being talked about last year simply because of not ability. Right? It's a market availability, not ability. Right?
Exactly.
Last year, there'd have been maybe two we could have really seriously gone for, right? With the other spend that we had to make. And none of them would have been good enough. And they'd have all been cheaper options. He was expensive because Brighton knew they had us a week before the end of the window. And if you want him, you want him.
Yeah.
Now he's another year in. Now he's clearly shown he wants to sign for us. And now there is at least 10 other options I could easily name right now for less money, for 50 million. Right? So if Brighton think they're getting 70 or 80, they're dreaming.
Yeah, they might. They've got to be. But
they're
the
dreaming.
only thing is, we're dealing with Brighton now. Look,
when
Casado, yeah, he was a brilliant player for Brighton and all of that lot.
Yeah,
they always manage to get over 100 million for their players. Now, BALEBA, brilliant player, I think, but I think Brighton will want the top end of the and that will be 70 to 80, possibly even 90.
Oh, that's no chance, mate. You got no hope. That's ridiculous value. It's not even the valuation now.
It is ridiculous. But
he's not got long over a year left on his contract. It's not the same situation as Caicedo because they had Chelsea over a barrel. There was nothing else, and also Liverpool come in and started bidding as well. There's no one else coming in for BALEBA, and that doesn't make him a bad player. There's no one else in for Cunha. So you've got to look at what market says. If we go to Brighton and we say, right, we're prepared to give you 40 now, and we might stretch it to 55, 60, well, we're going to have to sort of Champions League quarter-final, win the league to get that kind of money, which we've done before with Martial, and it's regularly done with clubs nowadays. If they're talking that, and if they go, you're joking, go, well, all right, then we'll go and sign Alex Scott or Aidan Hackney or João Gomez or Matias Fernandez or Ibrahima Sangare or Kone or Thuram or many others. So keep him, enjoy him for another year, and then we'll have him on a free the year after that with an upset player. See how you like that, because he won't sign a new contract now.
No.
And the same way that Van Hecker hasn't with them. And that's why Van Hecker's price this summer is between 30 and 40 million when he should be about 60 to 70. Because he won't sign another contract, and they know it. So
will you take a double deal?
I would. I'd give him 80 million for BALEBA and Van Hecker tomorrow. Done. 40 for him and 40 for him. Done. Fixed. And then you can sell Martinez or delete, whichever one you like.
Good question from Rich. How much would you pay for Baleba? What will be
Up
your
to
top
50.
price?
50.
50?
Yeah, 50 to 55 will be the top price that
I'd be happy with add-ons, Jules, like I said, only if they were ones like, we were going to pay Monaco for Martial if he won the Ballon d'Or. Okay, we'll have one of those then. If Baleba wins the Ballon d'Or, we'll give you 10 mil. Because if he's won the Ballon d'Or, we've cleared the lot. So, done. It's worth every penny. But if it's clauses like he plays 12 games and you get another 5 million, then you can shove it. No. We're not getting bent over. We don't need to. There are other midfielders out there. He's not the only options. So I think Brighton are going to have to be realistic.
A little bit decent for Brighton to accept the deal.
Well, we are. 40 million cash up front could rise to 60.
I think
they won't get that from anyone else.
No, you tell you the truth. Like not West Ham, City or Arsenal or
what are going for Baleba, you think?
Never. Well, like tell you the truth.
Well, City got Anderson, didn't they?
Like even like the foreign teams like Barcelona, Real Madrid might go for Baleba as well. And if they go in there for him, like some of the top other teams around the world, then we could be fighting like 60 to 70 million for him.
No, I've not seen another team ever linked with him since last year. If you have, Wolf, you have. I'm not saying you're wrong, mate, but yeah, maybe that could drive it up. But I've not seen a single other team linked with him.
That's what I'm saying. That's the only way that this price.
What do you think, Jules?
Drive up.
I think last summer, I think there were far less options on the market. He seemed like the perfect transfer, and we were desperate at the time because I think it was getting quite late in the window. So I would have been up there at sort of 100 million at that time. We've seen that dip in form. I think now our hand has been strengthened because I think we've held off. I think what's happened is Baleba's agreed to stay there for a year. He seems to have a very good relationship with Hertzler. They seem to be very supportive and complimentary of each other. So it could be that scenario where, like Ronaldo had with Ferguson, where he said, "I'll give you another year." I think that's what happened here, and I think it'll get done. The reports are it's going to be done before the World Cup, or that's what United want to get done, is get this deal done before the World Cup, get it as ticked off. That's the first midfielder done. Now get the other two. So I don't know. Probably, I think 60 would be a good deal. I think that would be fair.
Would you be happy with 60 up front, or are you talking totally with add-ons?
I'm not too bothered. It doesn't really matter to me, the finances so much, but I think 60 is fair for both. I think I think Brighton get nearly. It's in the ballpark of what I think they would want. I think it's in the ballpark of what United would be prepared to pay. So,
what did you say, Wolf? You 50 with me?
I think it'll be around about 50 million up front, and then an extra 10 million. Extra 10 to 15 in add-ons.
All right, what's the chat saying then? Lucky thinks 62 deal done.
Yeah, Katie's.
I know that Bassis is a massive fan. He is absolutely a huge fan of this kid.
Got some 60s and 70s in the chat. Oh, Gregory wouldn't take him on a free.
Gregory, give us a reason why you wouldn't take him, especially if it was free. Oh, this is going to have to be good, Gregory, because I'm sure even the worst doubters of his ability would take him on a free. Wolf?
I wouldn't take Sancho back on a free.
No, but I wouldn't take Sancho back to give out bin bags at the exit.
I'll make sure that there's security at the door.
Or I would take him back for free just so he had to hand out bin bags at the exit. Rob Always United 50. Evening, Daz. Mounts, thanks. Fan base would have paid 100. I mean, he's not wrong last year. If they'd have come out on the last day of the window and said they paid 90 million could rise to 100, we'd have all got like that.
I didn't see the Tuchemani poll result, Rich. So let me know what it was.
Oh yeah,
I'm pretty sure Chouameni was winning that one.
Was he?
I think you'll find he was.
that's been overly cheated. I want an AI bot review. That's been banged. Valverde's the chat. Valverde's the chat.
Wasn't
Right,
G-Wolf
so
with his,
the best signing, Chouameni, 65%, Valverde, 35%, 17 votes.
Who said that?
I guess it's you've got to factor in how they fit into the team as well. We're desperate for a holding midfielder, I would say. So not necessarily a holding midfielder, but someone with defensive acumen.
Yeah, and that's the reason why I'll go for Chouameni, because that's what we need at the moment. Valverde, as I said, he's a good player, very good player, but for what we need at this moment in time for our club, Chouameni has got to be the one.
Yeah, fair enough.
Rich says he thinks we'll end up close to 60 with BALEBA.
We shouldn't know. It should be around about 40, 50 for BALEBA, but yeah, I think it will be like...
Yeah, like Richard, I think it'll end up close to that. It's add-ons, Wolf, isn't it? We all know it's been... You lumping the whole deal in there.
Danny B, big up. He says he voted for Tuchemani because it's more of what we need rather than just simply the better player.
There you go. I don't disagree with that, but the vote was to who's the better player, not who we need more.
Well, tell you the truth, it actually said best signing.
Wolves juiced that up. I'm not having that. No. The vote was who was the better player.
Nothing to do with me, mate. I didn't put the vote in.
I'm not happy, Rich.
He wants to all his family in the comments on the voting poll, isn't he?
It was like this under the table. Get out the bots. No, but yes, I mean, but they're both good footballers. Let's not be stupid. I agree. Valverde can defend though. He's not like a 10.
He's also versatile, so he could play, right back, right midfield, centre. He can play pretty much anywhere.
Yeah,
if we need to. Yeah, you wouldn't want to.
I mean, every team needs a Swiss Army knife, and he ain't a bad one.
Yeah, I think there's a question from Mickey, which was, did we offer 65 million last year? And Rich said, I don't think we actually made an official offer. I think it was because we knew they weren't going to accept it at that point.
Yeah,
so,
but we already agreed a contract. Well, the
it's verbal with him,
agreed, wasn't it? It was a verbal agreement between BALEBA and United.
Well, yes, we've said to his agent, and his friend said to his friend, and But I agree. I think what he's trying to say is it was quite badly reported because we were doing a lot of shows last year, weren't we, about that? And it was. We all thinking United were at about 65 million, and people were saying they're trying to tempt Brighton by take this or leave it, and Brighton said leave it. But like we've said, and the chat have said, and Jules has said, that was last year. It's a very different kettle of fish. Brighton were playing a lot better last year. It's moved on. Things have changed. The league has changed, and the market has massively changed. And protecting players' values for clubs is huge now. They can't afford an upset player with a year left because that's no money in the bank at all.
Yeah.
And we know what happens when you do that.
If we do get BALEBA, who do you think the other two midfielders are going to be?
Walton, and I'm not sure. Then I'm really not sure with the other because I think the other one has to be a fairly cheaper one. But I want to say something like a Hackney. But if you look at our team, we literally would have only one type of player that made defensive sense because Walton, although he's defensive in the same way Carrick was, he's more of a ball-playing, deep-lying playmaker. And people like Fernandez can do it, but they're carriers of the ball, like Kobe, drivers of the ball forward. I think we could do with a mix. So I'd like to say Walton, and I'm going to say Fernandez. Yeah.
Yeah, your audio is breaking up a bit, bro.
Sorry.
Just to let you know.
Walton and Fernandez for me.
Walton and Fernandez. What about you then?
I think it depends on what the system's going to be, because I think I probably assumed when Carrick came in, if he did get the job, he would probably stick to what he knew initially in his first full season, which is two holding midfielders. But no, I think I could see a scenario with us moving to a three-man midfield. I think Mitch has talked about that as well.
Yeah,
and
we
at
was
that point-
talking about it last night.
Yeah, so you may end up with like a Baleba as the holder, and he is a holder. But
Yeah.
then you've got two players either side of him who are taking it in turns to go forward to support the wide players.
Comfortable on the
to
ball as
basically
well. Very.
Come and demand the ball.
Yeah.
I think, personally, I think that's one of the reasons Agate struggled, because obviously he hasn't helped himself with his performances, but he also hasn't been helped with people next to him. He needs to get the ball.
Kobe struggled, didn't he, at the weekend with no Cass next to him, because when they fronted up the two-man split to overtake their press, Mount's nowhere to be seen.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you need two players like Jules is saying who can receive the ball, and two players who can hold our line. You know, like Spartans, we're under pressure. It's hold, and you need those two. You need some energy and some raw grit. And I forgot it just now, but Rob Tapp's just put him in the chat, and I'm sure there'll be others now. But if the third signing, so you said Baleba, I'll have Walton and Sangare. If you haven't seen this kid, you must go and watch him. And don't care that he plays for Rennes, who are, I think, second in the league, by the way. He is like the reincarnation of about 10 footballers you could put together. An absolute machine, two-footed, athlete, beast. And he's good, very good. And if we don't get him, Brighton will replace him with him. And then in a year's time or two, they'll sell him for 150 million to someone else. Because he's that good. Really that good.
I haven't heard much about Sangare. Is that the one that played?
Not for Forest. Yeah, you're thinking. I know the one you made. The one he used to play in Italy. I think it was Roma. This one plays for Rennes. I believe he's Malian, but Danny will correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. Or Dabassis, they both know him as well as me. Like Sangare. Danny, tell us how good he is. I mean, honestly, Wolf.
And how much do you think he'll cost?
Anywhere in the ballpark between 25 up to about 40, and we're talking euros. So if I said 40 million euros, we're talking about 38 million quid.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you now, he is better than most of the other midfielders on our list. No question about it. Like, how good do you think Kante was? Makalele was?
Yeah.
He's like a mini Yaya Toure.
Okay.
This guy's just.
I could get on board with him then.
If you saw the stats and his heat map, you'd think you were dealing with like three people. He's that good. He really is.
Okay.
So, yeah. But that's an outside option. I think Rich has alluded to this. We Deserve Better said something about it in one of the shows the other week. We've got to have our eyes not just on Premier League proven because it worked for Sesko and Cunha, but if we did two Premier League proven and one outside again, then let's please do that. So, yeah, Baleba, Walton and Sangare for me. Thank you very much. And this, by the way, he's like Baleba. In fact, he can do both jobs. Yeah, he's fantastic.
Fair enough. As I say, I don't know too much about him, but what people are saying.
He's relatively new. I think he's only been at Rennes just over a year, Rich. Danny will tell you where he moved from before, because I can't remember where it was. But he's young. I think he's Malian. I'm pretty sure. But it's definitely RC Rennes. And like the Bassis is telling you, he really is, boys. You remember no one had heard of Kante before Leicester signed him from not the same team, but same league at Saint Etienne he was.
Yeah.
It could have that bigger impact.
Oh yeah.
I'm
okay.
serious. I'm deadly serious. Yeah. In a couple of years' time, we will be talking about this bloke on the elite level. Like I said about Agume. Jules knows my feelings on Agume, and anyone else who knows me in this chat knows my feelings on him.
Well,
sort
to
of
tell the
bloke.
truth,
On him.
Anderson, Baleba, and Sangare. Then I take.
What about you, Jules?
I think we're going to need backup for Baleba, or at least competition for him in that holding role. So I think of the names mentioned recently, I like Edison. I know he's not that popular with a lot of the viewers, but I would see him as a good rotation with Baleba, because they can kind of do the same role. But also Edison could probably play on the side next to him as well, in terms of being able to progress the ball, chip in goals.
He definitely can do that. I see him more as an 8. That's my thing with Edison.
And then, I don't know, maybe, I mean, Mateus Fernandez is a good option as well. He seems to be, in the last 2 or 3 days, the stories are kind of linking them quite heavily with us.
It's the West Ham looking more like down, isn't it, unfortunately. So
yeah.
But
so there's a good option.
I would prefer Gomez. I don't know about Wolf or the chat, between Edison and João Gomez, because I said it the other day, Jules, if you heard me call in, let's learn from the mistake we did last time, where we got Ugarte and PSG bought João Neves. Well, PSG have decided they don't want Edison. They're going to have João Gomez, who's Premier League proven, cheaper, and knows our team already. What are we doing? I don't understand that. I don't get that deal at all. It makes no sense to me if we go for someone like Edison for 42 million euros when it's reported about 36 million is the price that Wolves are taking for Gomez. It seems a bit backwards to me. Don't seem like joined up thinking.
Yeah, I guess it could be. I don't know what the competition's like for places over there. They've still got Koke, and they're looking for a replacement for Gallagher.
Yeah, I think. Well, he sold him to Spurs, didn't they?
Oh, was that? Yeah, that's
a done. Yeah. No, they were definitely they were 100% like looking at Edison. He's been the Atletico target for a while, and they've just pulled out and gone for Gomez. I just can't understand why. There must be a reason, but also
option, maybe.
Yeah, no, Gomez is cheaper transfer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But also, Gomez is Premier League proven, and out of the two players, Edison's coming from a team that last year, I don't know if they were in the Euro this year, but last year they almost won the Europa League, didn't they? And is he really going to be happy with bench and rotation? That's my only thing about that as well. Is he's going to come in thinking he deserves to be the new Casemiro, where I think João Gomez is going to be used to a bit of rotation, and he's not going to think instantly come in and go all pecking order. I don't know. See what the chap thinks.
Thoughts on this from Rob? Do you think with the pre-season, is it possible we'll see the formation change?
I said this to Coyote the other night. I think it's not a change in formation. Like we're going to regularly say, right, we're 4-3-3 or we're a 4-3-3 team now. I think what the new players will give, what Carrick, when he's got the stability of the full-time job, we will see a better system. We will see adaptable system. At the moment, he can't really change it. No. Limited, and we're limited in the formation we want to play, so we can't change it to another one. But going from 4-2-3-1 to 4-3-3 is that in game. Bayern Munich do it like that when they're playing. You watch them. It's very simple. We don't even need different players. But if you want to play a different way, like Jules, I think you're saying, Jules, yes, different players. Like I'm trying to make out, if we got Kobe and Bruno, if we had a Believer, a Walton, and whoever you want in there, we've got progressors and ball winners and ball players, and so Carrick can go, right, I'm away at Forest today, or we're at Anfield. It's a different kettle of fish. So I want to beat you two today, but tomorrow or next week we can control 90% of the ball, so I'm going to go Kobe and Adam. Don't really need a cruncher. But it's options. At the moment, we can't change the kit at half time, let alone the team.
Exactly.
So you give him better ingredients, I think we'll see a better cake.
Exactly.
Yarly's come in with a comment. So he says that Carrick does like going to a back five now and again. He did it a few times at Middlesbrough, and he did the same actually in the second half against Brentford, didn't he? When we were getting run over in that first half.
Yeah.
So
The only
Mrs.
I was going to
is
say
in the chat.
with this comment,
Mm.
right, saying that Carrick does like to go in five at the back. The only way that because I don't think he does like going five at the back. The only reason why he did it, the only reason why he did that is because of it's a lot harder. It's a lot harder league
To break down. Oh yeah, championship's attrition, isn't it? But
so, and also don't forget, in the Premier League, you got better players than the Championship. And I think, because he didn't want to leak goals, that's why he played five at the back.
Absolutely, completely agree. I think what Yarly's trying to say there, though, is he have a tendency to do it? Well, I think he's definitely a more pragmatic first manager. And frankly, after some of the clown shows we've had over the last couple of years, then give me pragmatic every day of the week. I'd rather not lose a game than draw a game going for it. We're not that Man United at the moment, and you've got to be pragmatic. At the moment, like I said before, he's playing for his job. Yep. If they'd given him the job a month ago, we might have seen some slightly better football. But we give the guy better players, give him the players he would like, and like we're all alluding to, and the chat are all saying here, give him players so he can go, I can change it in a game. Because let's face it, he brought on Xerxes, which did nothing. Mount did nothing. Fantastic to have Dorgu back, but you might as well just not brought another person on. Xerxes was embarrassingly nowhere. So at least have a player that can come on and do something, and then Carrick might be able to go, right, well, I'll tell you what, you want to go for it? Let's go for it. Bang, bang, bang. Where right now, what's his best options? Agate, Xerxes, Mount, or some kids? That's it at the moment. So, yeah, I definitely think he can do it. I really do think he deserves the job. And
well, this is what I was saying yesterday about the kid. Like, the kids are going to play it. I think the kids should be playing a vital role next season because we can use them in the, at the beginning of Carabao Cup. Alex Ferguson did that all the time. Like, literally, he used it when we had a big match.
A lot of managers do.
Right. You use some of the kids experience with the kids.
Yeah. Well, go on. Sorry, mate.
And I just think that's what Carrick will do next season, especially we're going to be in four. We're going to be in four. We got four competitions next season.
That's massive. That is.
So
that's huge.
Going from one, going straight to four.
I mean, we were in three, but obviously losing in the first round of both. You're right. No, you're completely right, mate. Because losing in the first round of both has literally given us 30 games where we are nothing to do in midweek and rest, and we've looked
exactly
bad for that. Sometimes we've looked, we're not up for it. We're not sharp because sometimes too much rest is worse than having none at all.
Exactly.
If you ever played professional sport, you know that. And now what I mean is by the way Carrick gets a chance to now go, well, I'll tell you what, we're going to play like this now. We're going to rest you now. I'm going to do this now because he's got to be given the authority to do it.
Yeah.
But after what we've seen,
the owners are not going to, no, are they? Really? The owners have already... Well, Amorim, he tried to change things. He's saying that he was...
No. I don't mean change it like that. No, sorry. I don't mean change it like that. I mean, I think what we're seeing from Carrick is the change that he would if he came in now. It's just get back to basics and let's play some football instead of trying to overcomplicate it. Football's not complicated. It's very simple. Stop it from going in there, put it in there. Nothing else. It's pretty tick. So like we said, we've seen a lot. How much better is this year than last? How much better are we now? 4 signings up and some trash gone. Well, let's get rid of more trash. Let's get at least 6 signings in, and then give a because 4 competitions. You're right. I personally, I don't have to chat agree with me or you do, Jules. I would give the Carabao Cup completely to the kids. Don't matter how far we get, because we are not equipped yet as a squad. Don't matter how many signings we make in this window, we're not equipped as a squad to fight on all fronts. And we'll end up hurting someone that's key to us fighting on the 2 fronts we are all keen on, which is the league and Europe. One thing I don't want is embarrassment in Europe. I want the same as this year or better in the league. Finish-wise, I mean. So, for me, they are the 2 priorities. The Carabao Cup is absolutely no priority, and we'll do the best in the FA Cup. You can do a mix, can't you? So, for me, that would be what I would do.
Like, the Carabao Cup, as I say, the Carabao Cup, the first, until we start playing against the Premier League team, well, we'll be going into the 3rd round anyway of the Carabao Cup, because we finished 3rd, we're finishing 3rd this season. So we go straight into the 3rd round of the Carabao Cup. We won't have to go 2nd, thank Christ for that, or otherwise we'd be facing another team like we did this season.
What do you think about Carrick, Jules? Because I've not heard your opinion, really. I've heard a lot of people say something on him and give what they think. What do you think?
Yeah, I think there's probably too much weight put on the decision from fans. I think Carrick's a capable manager. I think it's far more important that the recruitment's right. So,
absolutely.
We could bring in Luis Enrique from PSG, and if we give him the squad that we had at the beginning of the season, he's not going to get any more out of it than what we have done. So, I don't know. I think you're going to have people that are fans of Carrick and not fans, and they're entitled to that opinion, but I don't think it's the most important thing that we get right in the summer.
No, I think you're right. Recruitment definitely is. But I think as much as the recruitment is, the way the players have lifted since he came in, I think is vitally underestimated.
Yes.
Yeah. Because you could bring in whoever you like as a manager, whoever you want. Anybody you like. And what if the players just don't like him? And we have the same down in the tools. They just don't fancy this formation, or they don't fancy this tactic, or they don't fancy the way he does morning breakfast. Something Carrick did, undone what Amorim had absolutely destroyed in a matter of weeks, which I honestly thought would take months to fix. The way that team looked the last few games under Amorim, and then the first games under Carrick, you'd think there was a year between them. There wasn't. There was weeks between them. So when you can come in and fix a dressing room that quickly onto your side, that is not to be underestimated as an ability, by the way. And also, by the way, no one else even anywhere near the experience at Old Trafford that he owns. And it's broken much bigger manners than we're talking about. So if he's done it, he's earned it. I believe he's earned the right. Don't go give him a 5-year, £600 million deal or something stupid. No. Give him a couple of years with one extra if we want it. He won't be on a lot of money. He gets his backroom staff and we do the signings. And I think the club continues forward, because if we rock the boat now and it goes wrong, how stupid are they going to look?
I think as well, I know that the name for the role has changed. Ferguson was a manager. Now it's a head coach. But
yes,
the one thing that's the same is you've got to be a good leader.
Absolutely, Jules.
And I think Michael Carrick's a good leader because he's shown that he's able to galvanise the dressing room. He's developing these connections with players, so much so that they're coming out and they're all being very positive about him in the press, etc.
Yeah,
that is an essential part of the head coach, the managerial role, whatever you want to call it. You've got to be a leader. And
I think he's got a good team with him as well, Jules, as well. It's vastly underestimated that. He's got, like you said, the real management skills and the head for Old Trafford. He knows what it means. He can put across with the passion to the players what it means to be here. He's got Steve Holland helping with the tactical side of things. Steve Holland's a genius. And then he's got defensive help from Woodgate and the other coaches that we've got around him. I think he is so perfect for what we need. I don't see what reason they've got for not giving him it. Because anyone else has still got as little experience as him. So, frankly, I think it would be a joke. Like Iriola or someone like that would be a joke over him now. Luis Enrique, you could maybe say because of what he's done at PSG, but he didn't have the best time at Barca, by the way. Not really.
Who?
But Luis Enrique, he wasn't like revolutionised Barcelona. They went through a period of quite bad. And I believe he was sacked for Hansi Flick or someone. Sorry, there was another one before him. But yeah, it went well at PSG because they got rid of all the prima donnas and gave him a team. But I don't fancy that he could come in and do the same job as Carrick. Sorry, I just don't.
Yeah, I think we get hung up on, what tactics are they going to use? Are they adaptive in their tactical style, etc., etc.? I think that's just a modern notion, really. Like football's football. You've still got to be a leader. If you're not a leader, it doesn't matter what tactics you got because no one's going to listen.
Absolutely.
The only thing is if Holland isn't there next season, what assistant manager would you have?
I don't know about that, but I can't see him changing any of it. They're the ones he wanted to bring with him. They came with him, so they'd stay with him.
I think I got sent some information earlier on the WhatsApp. I think the backroom staff will stay with Carrick next season. They're going to be awarded a contract extension.
Rightly so.
So yeah, it looks like that's.
Do you think there might
probably add to it as well?
I was going to say
I would agree
to add to the coaching staff.
Well, I think we're getting a new goalkeeping coach anyway this year, aren't we? I think there's some other. We've got a data analyst guy in there as well from Mercedes, so a lot of that's going to be data driven. But I think the side of the players day to day, I think the sort of 3 or 4 men he's got around him have really worked. And I'm sure I'm not alone here in this thinking that, it's called like, why rock the boat?
Exactly.
You got a cup of water there, Jules, on that nice straight road. Do you want to walk downhill on this cobbly road, Jules, or do you want to walk on that one? No, I think you should go this way, mate. Go on. No.
The way that I see it, what's not broke?
Don't fix it.
Why try to fix it?
Absolutely. Absolutely. For all we know, Luis Enrique, for instance, or if you like, Tuchel, and please don't even get me started because we'll be here all night. It's like the German Gareth Southgate, so no thanks. Why would they be better? Fouled at Chelsea, fouled at PSG. I don't see him being better. Enrique was average at Barca, smashed it in France. Well, it's PSG, so let's face it, G Wolf could go there tomorrow and smash it.
Exactly.
So that's not again difficult. I think
Enrique
we've got the
ain't
right
a crap manager. He's a brilliant manager. No. Lucky thing, I see that he said that Luis Enrique is a crap manager.
No, not at all. He did wonders with Spain, and he's fixed PSG to the point where none of the other managers and £500 million quid spent before it couldn't fix it. He did it, and credit to him and Luis Campos as well. I think deserves massive credit at that football club.
That was another thing. Luis Campos.
He's huge. He's a director of football. No, we got Favel now. So.
No. Who's the one from? Was it Paris Saint-Germain or Barcelona assistant manager? We were looking at.
We were looking at the Bilbao one, I think. The Arsenal were apparently looking at who he wants, but he took Gabriel Heinze, didn't he? So, but yeah, I don't think it's that relevant. I don't think it's a very big deal. I think Carrick's got the backroom staff he wants. I think finally we've got 2 people at the head table that actually know football more than business in Pavel and Jason Wilcox. We might not think that Jason Wilcox is the best, but we've been screaming out for someone in our boardroom with a football brain who can turn around and go, well, it might not make financial sense, but we'll win on that. And all of us would throw the money out the window if we won on the grass, wouldn't we? None of us, Jules already said it, I don't care about the finances, I just want to win.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for, aren't we? We're not here for $1, we're here for 3 points. So,
Which says, I'm not sure G Wolf to PSG works, but it would be interesting to see.
I'd be in the part of France on your debut, mate. Because if it didn't go absolutely crackingly, they're carrying you out of there. So.
I do hope that's on FIFA. That one.
Oh yeah, that'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? G-Wolf to PSG. Imagine we can leak that to get someone to like Ben Jacobs or something. I heard about this G-Wolf character to PSG.
Big up Kerwin as well. Good to see
Big
you
up,
in the
lads.
chat. I'll just move along to the next slide. We'll probably have another. Are you good for another about 20 minutes?
Yeah. Sorry,
However long
Jules,
you
did
need
anybody else say what their free was, or was it just us? Probably gone past it now, too far.
Yeah, I mean there was some shouts for, was it Kamara? I saw one in there as well. Is he the guy from Aston Villa, that Kamara?
Yeah, or it could be the one from Monaco. Danny Adabassis will correct me. There's one at Monaco, I believe he's called Kamara as well. They'll be talking about Kamara. He might be talking about the Monaco one, who is also exceptional. We could buy 2 elite level athletes for 50 million quid there if we went and got him and Sangare, both under 22. Yeah, Monaco. Yeah, it is. This kid, if you go to watch some football, on the one I told you about earlier on, watch him as well. He is, yeah. You put them together and you'd be like, some of this. Rob loves him.
Tonali Sangare. There was a lot of Matheus Fernandes as well in there.
Yep.
Matheus Fernandes ain't literally.
I like Danny. What do you not like about him, Wolf?
I really don't want. It doesn't fill me with excitement. A player like Matheus Fernandes is not exciting me. Like, that we're supposed to be Manchester United, for crying out loud. Yeah, we're supposed to be like, we're supposed to be we used to be one of the top teams.
Right.
Now, all of a sudden, we're signing players like Matheus Fernandes, who's fighting relegation with his.
But you want Elliot Anderson?
I would love Elliot Anderson.
So what's the difference? Forest have been pretty much fighting relegation up to recently.
Yeah,
but if Spurs weren't so bad, they'd be in relegation.
Out of the two, like literally.
Why?
Anderson is just. He's got European experience. He just play literally. Yeah. He's a much better. I just feel
I'm with Richie. I don't think you've watched much of West Ham recently. Since they had the Paquetá incident and he got banned for the gambling or the weight thing, whatever, I can't remember which one it was. He has pretty much carried that team. He's by far, he's gonna. If he doesn't win goal of the season, it's a walking joke. And everyone must know what goal I'm talking about. It's like a 50-yard pole. It almost tears the net out. He's better than Elliot Anderson, mate. And half the price. You just don't think he is because Elliot Anderson's English and plays and getting relegated. So hold on. Would you not take Mickey Van der Ven?
By the way, you are.
You take Mickey Van der Ven, by the way.
Your audio is breaking up, mate.
Right. You said the other week you take Mickey Van der Ven. Spurs are relegation fodder. So what's the difference?
Because of what Mickey Van der Ven did in
what?
In the Europa final against us. Literally, he puts his body on the line.
I just don't understand that. But anyway, go on. Let's move on, Jules, because that's never going to end.
How can you not want Mickey Van der Ven as one of your
because he's an absolute injury-prone mess nightmare who doesn't know how to defend. He is terrible. He's injured more than De Ligt. He's rubbish.
But he put his body on the line though.
No, he won't. So Harry Maguire. So did Phil Jones, but I wouldn't have Phil Jones back. If he didn't have any pace, he would be a professional footballer. I can tell you that now.
One less time he'll be running through our midfield, that's for sure.
Yeah. But I'm telling you, he is trash. Van Hecken's better. Senesi's better.
Mickey Van der Ven is definitely injury prone. I'm not saying that he isn't, but
he's injury prone and trash.
When he plays, he's not trash.
He is. If he wasn't fast, you wouldn't even know. You wouldn't even know him.
Do you want to know what Spurs' main problem is at the moment?
They're Spurs,
right? Well, apart from being Spursy, right? It's their goalkeeper. The goalkeeper is absolutely turd.
Yeah. He isn't best, but their defence is turgid. Their entire team is a
But I
relevant
think
concept.
I just think
Have one of their players, and that's it, and it's Porro. All the
But
rest of their
I-
players
but-
are awful.
But if you gave me the option between Mickey Van der Ven and Hecker, I'll definitely take Hecker.
Yeah, because he's a much better defender, much better, younger, better, stronger, and he suits our team and what we need more.
Exactly. You just said it. Hecker fits our team rather than Van der Ven.
Why is Lewandowski considered? Is he free? There you go.
He
That's
will be.
why.
He will be.
He's out of
Oh, I'd
contract,
definitely
yeah.
take it. I'd take it if he was happy to sit on the bench, but I'm not benching Sisco for him.
So the article I saw was Carrick and United want an experienced striker to come in to aid Sesco. I think given that they outlaid the best part of 75 million on Sesco, I don't think they're looking for someone to come and be a first team starter, but they want someone to come in as experience that can be, someone that's been around the Champions League, probably, I would think.
Absolutely. Well, you can't get better. Literally, you can't get better. In the last decade, I don't think there's been many better number 9s on the planet.
The only thing that goes against him is the age range.
He's the same age as Casemiro, isn't he? Younger.
I think he's a little bit older, isn't he?
He's a bit older. I think he's 36, 37.
36. If he could play 15 times for us in a season and give us 15 good games, I'd take it. I'd take that for free.
It's a bit like a Cavani signing, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
But the only thing is, what I would really go for him for is because of, as you said, the vast experience. Yeah, exactly. And he can help our younger kids.
Absolutely. Sesco, what a player to learn off for Sesco as well.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly. Yeah. For me, all day long. All day long if it was free, Jules.
I would take him. But I just think
those wages won't be cheap, but we are getting rid of a lot. So
something tells me that we won't go and get him. Simply the reason is that we don't really want to have. We don't want an old, his age is a major factor.
Yeah, but if he wanted a 4-year contract, maybe. But
we want experience.
You're going to get that comes with age, though, doesn't it?
It does come with age.
I don't like Nicola Jackson. I'm sorry, Ty. I just don't like him at all. So some players work in other leagues and look amazing. They just don't work here. And the way we play now, especially not really on the counter, it definitely doesn't. No, someone like I don't know. What do you think, Jules? Would you have him?
Not now. I would have said when we were looking at players like Matthias Tell and people like that 6 months ago, 12 months ago. I think Nicholas Jackson's a good player. I think he's better in another system, though.
Yes.
I thought he was quite good at Chelsea the way they were playing at that time. I know he was a bit.
His finish is erratic, isn't it? It's erratic, I think. Is the best way to say it.
Yeah. He causes problems, though. He's physical.
He's a little bit Balotelli. Not as good a finish. I think Balotelli was actually a bit underrated just because he was silly rubbish. But he gave me those Balotelli vibes. You don't know what you're going to get. You might get a clown show or you go like that, don't you? So.
The players on the screen then are they're just talking points. Lewandowski has been linked in. I think it was in the Mirror.
The middle one I would take in a heartbeat, and I can give you a good reason why.
Guirassy on the right hand side. Dortmund, 30 years old. He's got a release clause of 50 million this summer.
I think that's too much out of what we could spend for a backup.
Yeah.
If you were spending 50 million and you were getting 21-year-old, wonder kid prodigy, and he's happy to be back up, then roll it in, mate. I'll spend it because then you've got value to come. There's no value to come in that. That's just throwing 50 million quid away. So no, absolutely not for free. G-Wolf said to him earlier, Charlie Mateta, depending what did he not sign a new contract, Wolf? Because when we linked with him last year, when we were getting Sesco, we were linked with getting him then, weren't we, Jules? I think we were.
Yeah, he failed his medical. He had a medical. somewhere else. I can't remember where it was now.
Was it Everton?
I can't remember.
I'm feeling it's
No.
Everton or something.
No, it wasn't Everton. Where was it?
I don't know. The chat might know. Help us out, chat. Who was he going to go to? But if that was quite, if that's a deal that could be done for sort of in the 10 million, 15 million bracket, I can look at a reserve player and think that is acceptable.
That was it. It was meant to go to AC Milan.
Oh, there you go. Well, they
there
ended
we
up with what's his name instead, didn't they? Irokadare? No, he went to Wolves. It was the other one. I can't remember. He's gone there. Jimenez from PSV. But yeah, I mean, that's a great player, great option. But he's very also similar to Sesko, just more muscly. He's a big box type of meathead forward. I think if you're going to get a second striker, you either try to get someone so elite like Lewandowski, your striker gets better just being around him, or you get someone that's the polar opposite. Because most of the time in a game, it's not you replacing through injury, you're changing system, or, you know, balls into the box aren't working, let's try and beat them with some pace, sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think maybe a bit like that. But where do you guys stand on Rodgers? What do you think first? Before I say what I think.
I quite like him. I think
do.
he's a brilliant player. He scores goals for fun.
Mm.
His passing is absolutely fantastic, and also he's got a little bit of pace. He's got a little bit of pace about him as well.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
I really do like Rodgers. I wish that we got him in his younger years.
Yeah. Well, it's Borough, wouldn't it? We should have.
Yeah.
You know, Michael Carrick. Shame we couldn't just pre-forward. You know, tell Carrick a few years ago. Right, listen, mate. That kid, that one there, that one.
Yeah.
Do a pre-deal with United, and you'll have him in 3 years' time.
Yeah.
Keep it going. But I think he's. Joel, sorry. What do you think
about Rodgers?
Yeah. What does the chat think? Go on, Jules.
He reminds me of Cunha. Without he hasn't got that same Brazilian
flair about him. He's got skill though. The boy likes.
He is a skillful player.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Do
you know what I like about him, Jules? I'll see if I can sell him to you like I did a Gume, right? With this player, what we get is a all-round forward option. Not just left, not just right. He's both-footed and equally adapt on either. He's also adapting the 10 and could almost be that 9.5 that we're kind of looking for as a different option. Say we push Cunha in the full into the 9. There's Rodgers out of the 10. Bruno, which moving things around. Imagine a midfield, a front four of Rodgers, Mbeumo, Cunha, and Bruno, constantly moving around Bruno like that. How hard is that going to be to mark? Rodgers gives you something that not a lot of other players in the Premier League do, and Semedo does it because I actually did really want him as well. Semenyo, sorry, and Turkey does it sort of, but not the same way. He's so direct. He's none of this dancing going left and right and backwards. He wants the ball and he wants to go at you with it, and we currently don't really have a lot of that.
No.
And
we
also, his link-up play, I think if you check his stats, his link-up play, like his ball to a ball into another ball, is probably one of the top 3% of the league. When Villa don't have him, they are nowhere near the level. And if he came to us, I mean, they're talking about PSG looking at him. And they've got Doué, Bacola, Dembele and Kvaratskhelia. So, you know, we're talking about the level that other teams rate him. We need to get him now while Villa need to sell at least one. I reckon he'd be up for it. He knows Carrick. It's a step up that I think he's ready to take now. He's gone from Borough to Villa. Now he can come to a proper big club.
Yeah.
And he gives us an absolute across-the-board front option. He replaces Xerxes and Mount like that. One player better than both. Done. Half the wages of Mount's on as well, I bet you that. And I honestly, I think he'll get better and better and better. So, I'll see what the chat.
I saw Ivan Toney is rumoured he might be available for about 30 million. And
No, thanks.
his goal scoring record has been amazing at Al Ahly. I know it's the Saudi Arabian league, but you compare it to, there's other players that have gone over there and they don't have the same record as him.
No. There's a is Danny here or Debassis? Debassis might remember if Danny's not. There's I think he's Saudi or something like that. He's one of the Arab state nation players, and I think he played in Holland or France, and he went over there. He's quite young. Oh my God, he bangs. Like, absolutely bangs. But nobody would think about his name. I can't think about it off the top of my head, but we were talking about him the other day. And
the only thing is, we need experienced striker.
Well, if he's going to be a second, you've got to come in and otherwise, if we're going for potential, we've got Obi. So yeah, lucky Morgan is levels above Xerxes. He can run around Xerxes in his sleep.
What about there's the PSG striker we always get linked to? Is it Ramos? He seems to be
Ramos.
A player to come off the bench. He's happy to be on the bench.
That I wouldn't be happy. I wouldn't be unhappy with at all, depending what it cost. Again, it's cost. If we're talking a backup, 20 million, no more. Then I don't think he's that bad. He's experienced in multiple leagues. He's played Champions League football. He's played international football. I mean, we've taken.
How many goals has he scored though?
How many chances do you get though? I don't really know. I don't know. The chat would have to help me out with that one. I haven't got a computer in front of me to have a look. But I think you can usually say that if Jules has mentioned a name within about 4 minutes, if the chat haven't gone no instantly, then he's okay.
Has said, that he's only 24.
Is he?
He'll take him on loan from PSG.
Is he only 24? We're thinking about the same player. You're not thinking of João Go.
I think you're right. No, I think you're right.
Is he right? That's amazing. No, J Red MFC is saying that. If he's only 24, absolutely. If it's cheap, because as I'm getting up in the lose, and you've always got a bit of resale.
Well, the thing is as well, like if he is available on a loan to buy, that is going to be a way that we can move those funds forward into the next transfer season.
Yeah. Well, everyone seems to do it to our players, so why don't we do it? Yeah, absolutely, Jules. Absolutely.
And he's a player that he's got experience. He's got Champions League experience, more to the point. Yeah. But he's happy to play second fiddle or rotation. If he gets, let's say, 90 minutes,
got a few Portugueses as well, haven't we?
Yeah,
you feel at home.
So yeah, good option, I think.
Yeah, that's a great shout. Who said that? Was it Jay who came up with that? No.
I think he did put it in there.
What?
Great shout.
Ramos.
Gonzalo Ramos. I've got two shouts that a couple of you might not have heard of. I think you probably know both the names, but I think both of these players we're talking about, I've looked up current market value. I've actually got some stats as well for you if you want them. But the first one I'm going to go for is another Middlesbrough player, and you all might know him, Tommy Conway. Now, if you don't, I believe this season Middlesbrough's top goal scorer, and has been for them for a couple of seasons now. He is only, I think, 23, 24. 13 goals and 5 assists in 44 games for Borough this season, and is fairly consistent at that sort of rate. He's a all-action, bit of a battering ram midfielder, but I'm reliably informed by Danny that he is also a complacent ball. So that could be a cheaper option, but this one will throw a lot of you. And if you know where he plays, absolute ball marks to you. But ex-Tottenham forward, Troy Parrott. Everyone knows the name?
Yeah, I heard about him recently. Yeah.
He plays currently at AZ Alkmaar. in Holland and is banging for them. He currently this season, I believe, has 21 goals and 9 assists in 46 games. And I know some people go, oh, only 2 of those are penalties, by the way. So, and he's valued by them at 19 million, or 22 million euros, which is 19 million pounds. And he could come in, and we've had fairly decent record with signing Irish players, if everyone wants to think back to 2 main ones. So I think for that kind of money, he knows the league. We haven't got to worry about him having to settle in or acclimatise. He's a young player that spent his youth growing up, by the way, learning off of Harry Kane, and has gone over to a decent league. And, you know, we've not always had, but in that league, they're comparing him to, like, not Van Nistelrooy all the time, but Van Persie. And people say he's got that one touch and bang finish down like Harry Kane does. So that's the one. I think I was talking. No, it's not. It's a different player. But yeah, he is a big shout, and is looking to move. So he's gone there to get football, flourished, and now he's looking to take another step back.
I'm going to let you pronounce this one, Ian.
Go on.
I'll let you pronounce.
Karimi Aligabegarov. I think it's Karimi Aligabegarov, and he is the Salzburg RB. Yeah, Ty's got nailed. There's a lot of them out there. There's a lot of these 18 to 21 sort of African, Middle Eastern, and sort of Asian nation players there that are coming into these 5 sort of major leagues. And he is like, I've seen people talk about him. If he's the one, I think Danny.
Can you just say Aligabegarov?
Allah. Yeah, it's Begakov.
Yeah,
so
but
it's a half Persian, half Croatian name. I think he's part Croatian.
I'm sure that's Begovic.
No, yeah, it's Begovic. Yeah, but it's just, you got to put the 2 things together. Here's Danny. Aligabegarov. I can't pronounce. You know, Jules put me on the spot there. I just threw it out there. We'll go with it.
Karim Aligabegovic.
Aligabegovic. That's a good one. There you go. But either way, yes, a lot of people, like Danny's saying there, what I'm saying, yes. Evening, Jarvis. But there's just so many options. This is what I mean when I say the other day about market dictates value. When the market is small, value is high. When the market is massive, value is low. All right? That's basic economics. I'm right, Jules, and I.
Midtjylland, 21.
Oh, harder. There's another. Ty's listing them off here. Yeah, very good. Another one. There was another young Dutch one, Devlin Hagen, but he's playing for Willem in the 2nd division at the moment, and they're talking a young Van Nistelrooy. And when you see the clips of him, and he's finishing, he's not ready for the step to us yet. But first time you ever watched Haaland play, I saw him play for Salzburg, and I was like, something more than normal there. You watch that kid, and you'll get similar vibe. Not to Haaland, but that eye test, and you're like, yeah, I can see. Another one, but I don't see Barca losing him. But fantastic player. Ty's on the list tonight.
Yeah, some good shouts there. I mean, Barry, right handful for Everton.
Yeah, he is. But he just
I would say the other one,
Njai, yeah. But I'd have Rodgers over Njai. I know it's a bit more money, but I would have Rodgers over Njai.
Yeah, I'll have Rodgers over Njai.
Fleming is decent as well. Danny say it. No, absolutely, Wolf. It's a great. I think I said him earlier on, but Wolves have gone down now, and I'm not sure he was a sellout. We were linked with him before we got Sesko, but I like that Rocadaro.
I do.
He reminds me of Adebayor. I don't know if it's just me, but Adebayor used to infuriate the life out of me because I've heard Rio and people say to him, on his day, you can't mark him. He's unplayable sometimes, like people said about Zlatan. And yeah, I'd take him in a heartbeat.
He must be about 6'5". He's probably
mobile.
16 stone,
Yeah,
but he's also technically very good.
Samu,
Wow.
but Porto want ridiculous money. But
Samu
he's been. He seems like he's been on the scene.
Tegawawa.
Like he's still been. He's been 18 in Football Manager for about 5 years. But this is the thing. It's look at it. Like we started this off. There's so many options now. Like I got linked today to a couple more fullbacks that I'd never heard of, and I'm starting to go. Like one of them looks like a young Nuno Mendes, and we should really get in there before. But we ain't got endless amounts of money. So it's priorities, isn't it? But he's a great player, but I think they'd want north of 80 million before they even talked to you about selling him. Do you remember when was it Sporting or Porto? How much they got for Joe? What's his name? What's the one who went to Atletico for silly money and just never could seem to be
João
good?
Felix.
João Felix, that's it. But everywhere after that, everywhere after Porto, it was bad, wasn't it? But yeah, it was 100 million or something, wasn't it? Yeah. But yeah, he's
he
like
fits
that.
into the same category as Xerxes for me. I think João Felix is a good footballer, but I couldn't tell you what his best position is.
No, 100% I'm with you. Off a 10, a 9, a floating wide. False. Yeah. He suited that league. He should have just stayed.
Yeah.
Eusebio did. It worked all right for him.
Tyrone saying Ian Sabre.
Sabre.
Subway. That'd be Luke Shaw.
Ian
Be
Subre, 1920 River Plate. He's a River Plate. Well, any minute now you're about to get a review from Danny because anything South American, honestly, he guarantee you he knows it. We were talking about these kids the other day. He's just listed off these 18-year-old centre backs at Boca, and one of them will blow your mind how good he is. Don't look 18 though. I'll tell you that now. I'll tell you that now. Definitely don't look like a kid. He is.
Senesi on a free is a good centre back. We should.
Delasilo, I think his name is. Danny, what's the centre back's name at Boca? It's Delasilo, I think. Delasilo. Jules. He gives me Walter Samuel vibes. Like he'll go through you. The ball, and everything is coming with me. He's one of those. Yeah.
Dilolio.
Your typical South American centre back then.
Yeah, Dilolio. Jules, take a note of that name and look it up. I did the other night and I was like, I had to watch more. I 100% Rob Tack. Man, I don't do that. We're mad. We should do Senesi on a free, Van Hecker for the 40 million and get rid of De Ligt and Martinez. Easy work. Easy work. We're a better team. Less wages. More money.
Yeah, a plug there for Football Manager.
Yeah, Walter Samuel. That's a name he hasn't heard for a while. Oh, he was an animal of a defender, Walter Samuel. He was. He took names, not shirts. He took your name off the back of it. Yeah, or proper. That's when defenders were proper defenders, mate. Proper.
But any like final comments? I guess.
Any final things?
Flicking through the stories.
Chat want to add?
Yeah, I'm a bit worried about De Ligt's back injury for next season. Me personally, I think we should start getting. I think we should get rid. Like it hasn't worked out for him. Yeah, he is a brilliant centre back when he plays, but
he's our best.
We need he is our best when he's fit, but we need
not fit enough. I agree.
Someone who's going to play.
I agree, Wolf. 100%.
On a constant basis.
But I think Rich said it the other day. It's what we want and what is available. Like if someone come in and said to us tomorrow, I'll give you 4 million for De Ligt and I'll give you 40 million for Martinez, we should take it. See you later, goodbye. But if someone comes in and says 20 million, you're still taking it.
Yeah.
Well, But can you get a replacement for 20 million? Well, Senesi. So yeah, I still would.
That's what I'm saying. Like
someone's got to offer you the money to.
Senesi, yeah, but if we bring in Senesi on the free, and then we can get rid of De Ligt.
Great point, Ty. Evan Ferguson, 100 million. Brian, we're talking about for that, wouldn't they? Don't even know where he plays. Anyone? Jules? Anybody
Didn't he
know
go to
where?
Roma? He went to Roma, didn't he, on loan?
Oh, he might have done, but didn't they replace him with Tammy Abraham? No, that's
Possibly.
embarrassing. That's
Yeah, but
just
then
it.
Abraham. Yeah, but didn't Abraham go? Then Abraham went to.
Villa. Danny's got a
Villa,
name
yeah.
there. That's another one you need to look at. He told me about this kid the other night, Prince Junior. Yep. Yeah, this kid will be. He makes people look. Do you remember that? Is it? Was it Mokioko for Celtic? Do you remember that young kid? Is he Mokioko or something? I swear he's Belgian or something random. Played for Celtic, 19 or 18, and he embarrassed people by like he'd do like 3 or 4 nutmegs on you to make you fall over, like Ronaldinho. Like
Heaven for 1 million was an absolute steal.
if it wasn't for the men's, it would have been the signing of the window.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I agree, Ty. Hayden Hackney's a fabulous player. Yusuf Makuku, that's him. That's the lad. If you want to see someone dance for football and make grown men look stupid, that's your boy.
Another day, another spin story, just to get on assigned top players.
Oh, wow.
Well, I mean, it ticks the boxes of. I think it's the exact player that we need. Not the exact player, but the exact profile that we need.
Absolutely.
That we should be looking for.
Yeah.
He's best in class.
Yeah.
The only problem is he's going to cost a hell of a lot of money for his whole round package. Like his transfer fee will still be high, even if he's attainable, but his wages as well. So
that's the thing. We've got to take a lot of that into consideration.
Would any of you guys take Murillo from
Forest?
From Forest
for 80 million? Would you have Murillo over Van Hecker?
I would have Van Hecker.
I'd have Van Hecker. J Wolf?
Van Hecker just nicks it.
What about Senesi or Murillo?
I'll have to go for Murillo. Simple the reason is that Premier League proven.
So Senesi plays for Bournemouth and has done for like 4 seasons or more.
Is that
it's a left-sided Bournemouth centre back.
Then then
who's free
then.
and on under 100 grand a week.
I thought it was Senesi that was in the Italian league.
Yeah, no. He's a free and he's a solid left-footed ball player. He's basically Martinez, but Spanish and injury free, with a load of Premier League experience. And Van Hecker's just, we should sign him. Please do it before Liverpool or something do it. Make me feel sick.
Rob Tuss says, will Dallo leave this summer? Do we need a better right back?
We definitely need a better right back. And I think he leaves if we get someone come up. I don't know about you guys, but I personally want Spurs to go down over West Ham because I would happily take Pedro Porro every day of the week.
Oh, really?
He's a massive upgrade on Dalot, and he has possibly the best crossing stats. The fact that Spurs can't finish their sentence is not his fault. He puts the ball in the box more accurately than anyone in the league this year. He does like the Trent thing. I would take Trent, right? And hear me out, because he's not a Scouser anymore. We still don't like the player. But if we had a defensive, we were talking about options before. You got a defensive right back, and you want to change it. You bring on Trent and tell him to go past them. Who's going to deliver balls into set? We've got Sesko. Trent Alexander-Arnold would be an elite level weapon for us. And Real Madrid don't want him. Is he a better defender than Dalot? Very doubtable. I don't think Trent's worst quality is his defending. But if you want a different option, get rid of Dalot, use Maz as the defensive one and have Trent as the attacking one. Because I'm telling you what, Sesko will be shaking Michael Carrick's hand if he signed Trent.
Dalot should have been, me personally, Dalot should have been sold last summer.
But for who?
I don't care. Anyone but Dalot as
Well, I personally have Will. I'd have Halafu from the under-18s. I mean, he's one of the best prospects at right back I've seen in a very long time.
I would have had anyone.
What about you, Jules? What are you thinking?
I think I would. I think, given the amount of recruitment we've got to do this summer, I would leave right back until next year. Well, I think that's what we will do. Obviously, I would change the right back if I could, but yeah, I'll be happy to continue with Dalot for one more year. There was another. Sorry, there's another question as well, which was about should we sell Ahmad?
Yeah,
I think I would give Ahmad another year. I think from his form last season, I think he's worthy of another year still. I think he's had it in form, but we've seen that BALEBA as well this season. So he played well for the first 3-4 months of the season.
He did very well. He was probably a man of the match and winning a couple of games. That game against Arsenal in particular, where he won the 2 high press balls, he was probably one of the best players under Amorim for a period of time. I personally would. I'm with you, Jules. I'd give him another year. He's a little bit like, and this is no effect on Ahmad. He's a bit like a slightly lesser version, in my opinion, than Morgan Rogers. In the same way, he could play right, up front, 10, left, and comfortably any of those positions. He played up front for Sunderland and was their player of the year. I think he got the most assists in the Championship that year as well. So he can clearly do that role. And we don't really have Mbumu and Cunha, all of that. I like the interchangeableness of it. So Ahmad, I don't think we have another option. So getting rid of him. If we were bringing in Rodgers, yes. If we're not, no. Because we already, Dorgu's our only other option, and we want to build a squad, not limit it. So yeah, I'd give him more. I'd give him another year, but if someone gave us silly money, then yeah, I would take it.
See, I think the reason why Ahmad had a dip in form is because of the African
guys. Let's sign Cole Palmer and say Cole Palmer. He divides opinion like no one I've seen in a long time. Some people think he is genius for football. Other people think he's a lazy bowhead.
He is brilliant when he's on top form. He is unplayable.
What do you reckon, Jules? You having it or not?
On his day, phenomenal.
Yeah. How many days? Last season, amazing. This season?
Yeah, he seems like one of those players where if he's 100% fit,
oh yeah, I'm with you on it.
He'll play and he'll be brilliant. But he's one of those players. It seems that if he's got a niggle, it's like he's either at it completely or he's not at all. There's no in between.
Do you know what you've got to have with him? And I think Chelsea clearly saw it and tried it, but they just got the wrong players. If you have him, I don't think he's a wide player. I think he's a 10, personally. Yeah. And he's that slow, lethargic 10 with ball control and dribble, a bit caca in his way of dribbling, right? He needs pace and runners. If you've got pace going past him and runners, he'll find you. If you take that away, he looks like a lazy player who just lays the ball. Yeah. Well, those was the very same. They're the type of player, Jules, that mull about and don't really do a lot, and then all of a sudden, bang, they'll come alive like a spark. I think he is that type of player. Because
Alex Ferguson, I was going to say, Alex Ferguson 7147. He said, "Would you swap Ahmad plus 30 million for Diamante?"
For Diamante, yes. Diamante,
really?
Yeah. What? Yeah. Have you seen him play? Oh, he's got potential to be exceptional. But it's the same as Ahmad. It's potential. He's only done it one season, and he has only done it in the Bundesliga. But what he has done, and Jules pointed out earlier on with another player we were talking about his size and his power and his pace when we were talking about Rakadare. He is a bigger, more physical, faster, much faster version of Ahmad that's a better finisher. So, yes, I would. Definitely. Because they're talking about 100 million plus. Ahmad plus 30 million. Done. I bet people in the chat would do it as well, because that's a steal for a player. They're talking about 100 million for him. I don't think he's worth that, but that's what they're talking about. But he's definitely a better player than Ahmad at the moment.
Well, I mean, we're supposedly recruiting based on stats. You know, with one player a season is going to be based heavily on stats.
I haven't seen Diamond. I haven't seen Diamante.
Diamante.
Right. Diamante.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him. You're right.
I think you're right, Jules, with the stats thing, because we brought in the Mercedes guy, haven't we?
Mm.
So it's definitely going to be stats driven, but
it's not your primitive stats from Wikipedia like goals and assists. They look at
the
mechanics of everything.
Yeah, they can tell you how many times you breathed in a minute. Those little monitors, they can tell you some serious stats. But I think he's perfect. He'd be a perfect replacement if we were to get rid of Ahmad. But personally, I still would rather have Rodgers. But we're not going to get Rodgers for 30 million and Ahmad. And if we are, to definitely do it. But no.
G-Wolf on Google checking. No, I ain't.
He is rich. Like you said, Anthony Gordon. No, I wouldn't have Anthony Gordon either. I know some people will go, why?
I used to want Anthony Gordon, but not now.
I thought there was something as a player. I just think he's one of those players that he's a bit like a Sterling or someone that it'll be good for a while, and then it'll just like that. Not for me. No. Then don't see it. I don't see it sparking.
I meant Ahmad, by the way, that about that he's been poor, but even also in Bumo as well.
Oh, everyone since coming back from the AFCON, all of our AFCON players have been terrible. I think.
Yeah.
In Bumo's looked half the player, but yeah, they have to learn to shake that off. It's a different experience. First season at United. See how he does next year. He's already been talking about how emotional he's got since he's been in the Champions League. It's going to be his first time. He ain't playing no Europa, is it? He's going straight into the big boy competition.
It's like Sunderland as well. I speak to some Sunderland fans, season ticket holders, and they say a lot of their AFCON stars, they haven't been the same since the AFCON. I think it's quite common across the Premier League this season by the looks of it.
I think it's a rare thing, but in the last couple of years, all the major competitions have verged together. They tend to be quite well spread out, but I think depending on world events and probably residual things from sort of COVID delays and things like that, eventually catching up with us. But yeah, I think a lot of the world's stars haven't been quite on it since they came back. So
right. We're going to have to end it there tonight, chaps. But great show. Good to have you as part of... Well, it was going to be Monday Madness, but it's obviously a Tuesday. So maybe, I don't know, we'll come up with another catchy show name. But thanks
Tuesday
to everyone.
Tuesday
Talk. There we go. Thanks to everyone that's been in the comments. We've had some great
absolute
comments tonight.
Legends tonight.
Tyrone, Pundit KD, Alex Ferguson.
You can't have these conversations without the chat. It's a chat that lead it. If they don't make some comment like that, then me and D-Wolf don't have a 10-minute argument about it. So
exactly.
But Yali, Jarvis, Rich, we've had
Lucky,
B,
Deb,
Tyrone, Lucky.
Oh,
fantastic.
Legends.
If you can, just make sure you've hit that like button for us. That would really help out. And subscribe if you're new. And catch us again next time, which will be back tomorrow. So make sure you catch the stream tomorrow. But until then, have a good evening or good morning wherever you are. And we'll see you again next time.
Take it easy.